Cool, perfect. Mirror camera. Let's try that.
Okay, Viv, you got us?
Yep, just posted it. Oh, I gotta pick a category.
Okay. All right, so we live on YouTube, so jump over there.
Okay, I'm about to.
All right. All right, welcome everybody. We're gonna get started. I know I'm sorry about the link situation, but such is life. It'll be all right. You got to be adaptable and learn how to pivot. So shout out to all the replay people because you know a lot of people will catch this on the replay. So peace to all of you all. Today I have a very special guest. As you know, I am always happy to connect with other Black home inspectors across the country. It's important that we are connected, that we know each other, that we support each other, and that we help educate this new generation. One thing that really bothered me when I got into the industry was that you couldn't find any OGs. At least it was hard for me to find people who looked like me, who were in the industry, who could give me any sort of insight. And that was very discouraging for me. In all of my other industries, real estate and construction, there's always the older generation who's there to sort of give you some game and kind of help bring you along. And that was just not the case for my experience in the inspection industry, and I think that that's not good. How can you have a strong industry lest the experienced people, the OGs, pass along the information and also the support? I ran into a lot of people who were acting like if they helped me that I was somehow going to become competition for them, even though they have been doing the thing, years longer than I had. So, all that to say, I am doing my very best to connect with as many people as I can so that we can help as many people as we can. So, with that, Preston, thank you for coming on. Go ahead and introduce yourself, and the show is yours.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the invitation. Looking forward to hopefully I can spread some knowledge. She made mention of OGs. I'm not gonna say I'm OG, but I have been doing inspections and I've been doing it for quite a while. So my name is Preston Smith. We talked about it. Company name MPH Inspect. I started this company 2024, but before then I started on doing inspections even like a year before that. So I learned the ropes. What happened was that in the beginning, I was started way back in the teenage years. So I graduated early. I decided to do some things, go to school, go to college. Then I realized I need some money, so I jumped out in the field and did some stuff like Walmart. So I was working at Walmart for about 10 years. But fast forward that and think about where that led me to is being able to build relationships, being able to actually be customer oriented, being able to understand people emotions. So I went up there when I moved to Charlotte in 2015. So to meet my wife, who's online as well. Met the wife, and then we actually decided to keep working until the point where I made the decision that I just wanted something better. I went to corporate 9 to 5. I didn't like that at all. It was super uncertain. A lot of days where I thought that if I go in the office that they were going to tell me to leave. We don't have no more business. Our business shut down, and it felt like it was at the breaking point. So what I did was I decided to go ahead and start reflecting on something that one of my good friends told me about, and this was about 10 years before it actually clicked. So my good friend, he actually told me, hey, I'm going to jump into home inspections. I'm going to just drop everything. I'm just going to get into the books. I'm gonna let my wife take care of me for a little bit. That may or may not be the best advice, but she took care of him. He was able to build up his company. 10 years later, I was taking a scroll, and like I said, by corporate, I got tired of it, and I said, what can I do to actually advance my future? What can I do to actually advance my career? So I took the leap. I said, I'm going to do home inspections. So I reached out to that friend, told him, hey, man, I want to learn some inspection stuff. But I'm going to let you know that probably a year after this, I'm going to start building my company. So if I have to actually break away from you, that's cool. If not, then I trust that you can teach me some things to help me get to that point. So he said that hey, whatever you want to do, go ahead and make your company underneath me. This is a rarity, so don't think that this happens often. So this is a rarity. So I took the leap. I said, okay, let's do it. He started me with just the basic training. I jumped from being a $30 an hour employee, so $25 an hour employee, to doing $50 per inspection just for training. But I seen the vision. So did that, got into the point where I became the lead inspector for that company, got to the point where I started building my company to the point that I could not actually handle the business with him. So that's where I'm at. That's where I started at in 2022 with the company. So as at the first year, and it depends on what you're looking for. I don't know if anyone's in the chat, but I wouldn't mind interacting with you guys. What level are you guys are at when it comes to home inspections? Who's the students? Any already alumni who already started a business or working with a business?
Yeah, so there everybody's at different levels. There are some people who are have their own company doing their own thing. There are some people who are working with other companies. There are some people who are still trying to pass the test,
Yep,
still trying to get hours to get licensure. So we've got pretty much so everybody.
that's good. That's good to know. So yeah, in that case, it all starts with mindset, right? You got to have the mindset. You got to know what you're doing it for. Are you doing it just for a short-term career, or are you doing it for long term? And once you realize the potential in the home inspection build business, and once you learn from other people, like Nettie said, about those ones who aren't gatekeeping, who's actually there for you and actually going to give you that information, then you can make the decision on how you want to grow from there.
So let
For
me ask you this: how did you learn? Because again, for my target audience,
Yep,
minorities, women, and youth, and by youth I mean people up under 40. Um, I target non-traditional inspectors, people who don't
gotcha.
come from a background in the trade. So did you have construction or trade background? If so, if not, how did you sort of learn? Like we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about earlier, you can't just learn with video. So how did you learn?
That's a good point. So no, I didn't. I had no background in construction at all. I had dreams, wanting to live in a house and maybe build a house eventually, but nothing as far as hands on training. Um, so I learned straight out the mud. So I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to take care of my household. I know that the only way to do that is keep pushing. So when I first started, I actually started simulating as soon as I got my well, as soon as I started learning, I started simulating home inspections. Before I even got the first business, before I had the brand, I put on a polo shirt. I went out and did an inspection, so to speak, to learn the ropes. Because, like you said, you can learn from the books, but what better experience is it than you out there in the field, getting to know the situation. So I didn't know what a water heater was before I started. I didn't know what where a shut off would possibly be. Is it an attic or where is it? Right? I didn't know nothing. So really, like I said, what started it was actually just my curiosity on being able to build a business, on being able to take care of the household, and then go from there. So I actually went through a course, and I don't know if we can name drop. Uh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
go
Go ahead.
ahead. Okay. All right. We went through it. I went through a hit and whatnot. A hit's good, but with me, I'm the type of learner that want to learn how to do it in a specific way. And in North Carolina, that's where we're at. You have to know North Carolina's based information. So I learned from them how to pass the national exam, the NAI, but not how to do it specifically for my state. So that took a little bit more grind work. And don't don't think that just because you get the book and the book says to do this and that this is the answer for the test, that's all you have to do. At the end of the day, you still have to make sure that you do your work and whatnot. So I did videos. Matter of fact, I went to Inspector Flo and looked at some of her videos and learned from there too, because I'm still listening to those videos to this day. And like I said, this has been 5 years ago. I still try to educate myself, listen to videos, learn from people who've been in there. Even if they've been in there less than me, they've probably seen something that I've never seen before. So
How did you
uh,
get confidence? Because that's another area that I see our people struggle with is even if I've passed the test, even when I have my license, I'm scared and I
yeah.
don't have confidence. How are you able to build confidence?
That's a good question. So my confidence came from like I said, first of all, repetitions. You're gonna go in there and do an inspection, but at the same time, you're gonna get nervous. Your first inspection is gonna be frightening. You're probably gonna take 3 times as long as you should take. The sellers are probably going to kick out their house uh, and whatnot. But when you continuously do those inspections, just consistently, like I said, do some of the back work where you're actually going to your parents' house or your family's house and doing those inspections. They're not going to kick you out. You don't have to charge them. Just learn, and go from there. So that's how I built my confidence. I went into my father-in-law's electrical panel and say, "Hey, man, this is wrong. You got double tap, you got rust in there, all that stuff." And I just kept doing that until I got to the point where I was confident in it. Then the second thing is that with that, once you get a good customer relationship, the way that you interact with customers or clients, that goes a long way. Even if you are not a rookie, but a beginner, you'll still be able to win them over by means of your confidence with the customer service side. Like I said, that's what I've been doing is for years talking about customer service. So my confidence when I exude it to them, they actually believe it and they trust that I'm going to do right by them. So
Do you remember how many inspections you did, like in your first 90 days or something like that? Your first month out, how many inspections did you do?
with my guy, with my guy, I did, or with my company.
Oh, your company.
With my company, okay. 90 days, okay. So I got my license in May of 2022. My first inspection was in October. Second inspection was in December.
Right, you should have called me, man.
Second
Okay, no,
inspection,
that's good. That's
yeah,
good because that's realistic. So let's talk about that.
yeah,
What took so long? Did you have your business and your marketing and everything set up? Were you scared? Because this is what happens
yeah,
when people don't have confidence, they won't market.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what was it?
To be honest, I had a crutch. Like I said, I was working with the other guy, so that crutch
Oh,
had me where okay, I'm good. I don't have to market as much. But as soon as I let that thing go, that's when it worked. So so the fast forward, that year I did two, and that was a good friend and somebody that one inspector that felt so bad for me that he gave me his inspection. So that was the first two in the first year. Second year, I started actually interacting with clients and interacting with agents. I went to 73 inspections. So that was a good year. I was proud of myself, right? Third year, 285. Fourth year, this is fourth, third year. Well, anyways, last year was 495. 495 inspections. So the growth came from keep grinding and whatnot. So like you said about confidence, you got to have the confidence to be able to say, okay, I know if I put in the work, if I build this brand, if I make it look good outside, then it's going to make it grow. But you got to be consistent. You got to trust the process. Of
what was
course,
your base rate when you started out?
my first rate,
Yeah, your base.
my say it again.
Your base rate.
Oh, my base rate was 350. 350.
And where are you at now?
I can tell you right now, on average, my base rate is 415, but that doesn't mean nothing. I'll tell you what it is. So my average inspection this quarter is this quarter average inspection is 721. So
Mm,
$721.
I like it.
Yeah.
And nothing
Um
on the table. I like it. Hey, listen, that's a mindset. I need everybody in the chat to make sure you pick this up because to know that every time you go to a house, on average, you earn $721. I bet you have some pep in your step when you get
exactly.
to
You see the
those.
grease right here, right?
Yeah, that's one thing that I think a lot of inspectors we don't maximize. You leave too much money on the table, and not even just from a money perspective, but from a comprehensive perspective. Like you should give your client as much information about their home as you possibly can. And if that includes adding additional or ancillary services, then you should at least, offer that to
Yeah,
them. So how have
absolutely.
you been able to do that? How have you been able to average seven hundred
Yep,
dollar
you
inflation?
got it. So initially, like I said, my base price is 415. But if I was to say no add-on services, probably be a 525, 560. And the rest is add-on services. So I continue to educate myself. I do sewer scope, I do air quality mold testing. Certain states don't allow that, so I'm tread light on that. Uh,
Mhm.
do radon. We have a third party with termites who give us, we pay them a little bit and we charge a little bit extra. All that just little small tweaks. And making it sound important, which it is. I mean, like, who don't want to know that they got termite in their house,
Right.
or radon? So you're giving them what they need anyways.
How do
So
you structure it? Do you have like packages or how do you structure that?
yeah, definitely. So I just started packaging last quarter, no, Q4, so last year, around November, and that's what really like pushed the number up, really, because people want to know, like they don't want to like guess. If you got a package that says, "Hey, this is what you need," you got an old house. Okay, this is the package you need for your old house. They'll go for it. They don't want to have that extra conversation because most of them are first time home buyers. And with that being said, they're going to want the easy button to the point where they can just have a peace of mind and no buyer's remorse. So package deals is like really a game changer for me.
So do you like because I know Miss Gathers is a black woman home inspector from New York. She has a franchise, Pillar to Post, and they do like something like gold, platinum, diamond, or something like that, packages like that. Is that how you structure yours, or do you structure it per client, or how does it work?
Perfect question. That's a good question. So yeah, no, I build a package based off of our company. So our company, the Mahogany Premium Home Inspections, but our slogan is "Be at Ease Guaranteed." So I got a package that calls called the Be at Ease package, and that's like every single thing you need in the house that we have, we'll give it to you. So it's almost like the gold and the silver package, but it's actually based off of our brand, and that's important to know that you have to have something that's reputable, something that stands out. Because some people don't care for, okay, let me get this platinum version. But if you hear something like, give me a confidence package or a legacy home package, it stands out and it makes them curious, and they just keep moving with it.
So what's the middle package?
The middle package would be my confidence package. It's just typically just a home inspection and radon and then termite.
Okay, so walk me through. Lady Chris is in the chat. She's asking about some effective strategies for upselling, but I want to take it a step further. What's the process? Like, okay, I'm scrolling Instagram.
Yep.
I'm in your area. I need a home inspection. What do I do? Do I call you? Do I book it online? What is that the customer flow like?
Wherever you want to do with it. No. So yeah, we got I have a phone line. So I have an actual office admin that answer phone calls.
Like a
Uh,
human person?
Yeah, actual human person.
Okay.
So she answers the phone calls for me. As far as that goes, so that's the process for that. And believe it or not, you need to get your phones and you need to have a phone on the side, because people are still call for booking. Actually,
Mhm.
like 90% of my calls or my bookings are from phone calls.
Yeah,
Um,
people want to call for that.
yeah, they call it crazy.
Mm.
So make sure you have a line on the side to actually be able to receive those calls and and identify yourself. So if you have the same phone, make sure it's a separate number so that when you pick up the phone, you can say thank you for calling Mahogany Premium Home Inspection instead of saying hello, right? So if you change that, get that set up, then that can help you as far as professionalism, and then they'll be able to respect you on that part.
Lady
Um,
Chris, you got your own phone line, right? There, I have a number where I can call and I can reach Telford Property Solutions. Everybody, let me know in the chat. Do you have a business line? Okay, so I call, she answers.
mhm.
Is she basically telling me I need the confidence package, or how does that work?
Yep. So it's continuous training for me, right? So yeah. So suppose we're supposed to do that, and we do it. So what we do is we actually talk to them. We get the age of the house. You know, ask concerns sometimes, and from those concerns, we can find out exactly the package that works for them. It's almost like a consultation on the phone line. Uh, Usually the phone calls are like 5 to 10 minutes, even with the consultation. So we talk to them, ask them who it is, what they're looking for, where is the house located. Okay, this is an older house. We recommend the legacy package. It's going to take care of your sewer scopes. It's going to take care of your radon. You're going to find out if you got air quality issues. And from there, they pretty much say, yeah, no. If that doesn't work and they just do the inspection, they actually have the option to get an upsell. So we do automated emails as well. So once they book, they also get automated emails.
So what is your because I feel like that's another area new inspectors they can't always afford to have that admin. What has been your experience like with hiring that person? And is this person, is she responsible for like the upselling? If somebody says, I just want a basic general residential, is she supposed to say, hey, well, we have this service, or is she responsible to try to upsell?
Yeah, it's a soft nudge. I wouldn't say it's a big nudge because I already know that they're going to get an email that says, "Hey, I noticed you didn't book this. So, do you want to opt in for this? Or if you opt out, that's totally fine. But we're letting you know that we have this. And if you find mold in your house, we told you to look for it. So, I'm more confident in her booking it, and then also having the backup email to actually do it sell too. So it's like a piece of it's a soft sell. So.
Hmm. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, so what system are you using to do the follow up emails?
Yep. So I use Spectora for everything. So Spectora actually has the automation systems. I don't know if it's for advanced or just regular Spectora because I've been using advanced since I started the company. Uh,
Mhm.
so yeah, it's automated. And most companies are I guess CRM systems with home inspections. They usually have where you can actually send automated systems. Literally, we don't have to touch anything after they book it. If they did book termite, then we won't tell them about termites. If they didn't book it, then we'll tell them about termites.
Okay, so this year you are basically on track to do how many inspections?
So far this year we've done 160, 135.
Okay, so you year
So
five,
the
six.
goal, yeah, the goal is to get 650 to seven. I actually got two part timers inspectors.
Mm-hmm,
That's the only way I can do it. I'm not doing 600 myself personally.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do have two other inspectors that's up in training. They're actually in their 90-day phase, revving up for the hot season. Uh, so yeah, definitely 650 to 700.
I was just about to ask you that. What made you decide to? Is it just sheer volume as to what made you bring on new inspectors, and how did you ensure that they were properly trained, seeing as how they didn't come to inspector flow?
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I should have sent them back. No, I'm kidding. Hoping you send this recording. No kidding. Uh, no. So I'm confident. So I've been training since last May with inspectors. These guys, like I said, 30 days, 90 days in. One guy he was so close to taking his test, but he didn't. He decided to go elsewhere with another career. So I'm confident that my training process is pretty good to actually bring them back. And if they're not back, I give them uh, I push them to actually go back and train some more and whatnot. So it's never too late, even if you got your license, to learn some more stuff. So um, as far as when it was time to scale, as far as like jumping and whatnot, so I did put my eggs in the basket of actually picking up the phone first because I don't like crawling space, having crawl space without my mask. So I'm not going to answer the phone in the crawl space. So I knew that to fix that, I needed somebody to answer phones. So I did virtual assistants for a little bit, and then after that, I did backup call centers, and then I decided to get actual a live person. It's just because it's so local. They know the city, they know how far stuff is from our town and whatnot. It just kind of made it more personal for folks. And then after that, I started hiring almost immediately after I got about 35 inspections a month because the best time to book or to hire somebody is not when you need it, but actually when you are scaling. It's gonna be scary because you're like, how am I gonna feed this person? But at the same time, what you gonna do if you need to feed yourself and you need to work, but you still have to train somebody when you're super busy, you
What
know?
about how did you get comfortable with, because this is another thing for home inspectors. It's typically a one man or a one woman
Yeah.
show. And so people fall in love with you, and if the new person doesn't give it up how you give it up, then your realtors and stuff, there could be a bit of a letdown. Did
Yep.
you? How do you manage that?
Okay, so my inspectors initially are assistants, so they're going to be with me side by side during the inspections while I'm meeting my realtors and whatnot. So hey, this is him. So they meet the person a couple of times before I let them go. And then if it's someone brand new, then of course they can just jump on that brand new agent, and they would not even know that they're missing.
So
Uh,
you feel confident when you send. You said they're at their 90 days or whatever. So when you send them to do an inspect a full inspection by themselves, you feel
No, no, not at all. They haven't did one yet. By
okay.
themselves. So they are. Well, I actually tested. So what I've been doing now is what some people call leapfrog. So I go and do an inspection in the morning. I'm like, hey, you can go ahead and knock out the next inspection, start it up, turn the lights on, fix the fixtures, and do the simple stuff. Do as much as you can. And then after that, I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna talk to the agent. I'm gonna talk to the customers. I'm gonna explain things, and then I'm gonna show you what you didn't see. So that's how I started doing it. I'm starting to actually train by means of okay, you're doing it. Now that you've done the inspection, here's what you missed. Here's how we fix it. And that's been going good. And then again, like I said, I also on downtime, where it's not really downtime, but time for them because they're part timers, to go back into training, learn more about inspections. Because my goal is to get people as trained as possible with inspections to the point where that's effortless, and then all you have to focus on is customer service. So
Mhm.
that's where we're trying to get to. It's like, okay, home inspections, it's super deep, and you do need to learn it. You gotta uh, know everything. You gotta do everything. But what is it if you don't bring people back
Lady Chris asks in the chat, what would you say your capture rate is with upselling via Spectora?
with just the emails? I'm assuming. Uh, let's see. Last 30 days, I upsold.
Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. Everybody
Last 30 days, I upsold like $1,600.
$1,600?
Yeah, with just the email just saying, "Hey, you missed this. You didn't do this." So,
Oh, that's live.
uh,
Mm.
yeah. So, I mean, you're leaving stuff on the table if you don't follow up. I mean, basically, with home inspection in our business, if we're not asking for anything, then we're not getting anything. So when it comes to asking for if you want to add on services, or if it comes to asking for more referrals from the realtors, or if it comes from asking for more reviews and whatnot, then you're just leaving food on the table for yourself.
Would you say
So
you do a lot of repeat business, like you work with the same realtors over and over a lot?
yeah, actually, it's transforming into that now. So I was deeply getting a lot of Google feed, and that's because like I said about reviews and whatnot. But now it's transferring into an actual real relationship with realtors. Those who like probably found me on Google, or if I met them in the offices, did a presentation, things like that. They actually start sticking. So
What would you say, like, do you have any what's your goal? Do you wanna build like a large multi-firm inspection company, or do you wanna sell? What's the end game for you?
yep. So end game is just to keep building. I wanted a company, so eventually I wanted to have at least 6 inspectors. But if not more than that, I would love more. But at the time, I'm just focused on 6 of them, and then I'll go from there. But no, my goal is to keep it going. Have I got a whole blueprint of how I want the structure to be built. So inspectors, lead inspectors, office managers, marketing managers, GMs, and then me, right? So I want to get to the point where it's me and then these individuals underneath me to build a company and grow it, just to make spread the brand out.
Hmm, I like that.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna do any teaching or training?
No, I just had it. My inspector asked me that. He literally asked me this yesterday. He was like, you know that people get uh pay you for training people. Like, okay.
The pay's not that good, Imma be
Oh
honest.
no, I believe it. but but I'm like, I've been doing it. So like I don't I do individual inspections every once in a while myself, just because, well, first of all, for cash flow sake. Then secondly, I want a peace of mind for myself sometimes. So I do inspection myself. But like I said, I've been training nonstop since last May. in the field. So people follow me and ride along all the time. So for those ones who say, "Oh man, the customer's here," man, I gotta explain this to them. I do that every day. So
Wait, you mean you talking about like your employees, right?
yeah, my employees, yeah. So but
But
I'm always
I'm talking
training.
about other people outside of your company. Are you gonna do?
No, I haven't looked into that actually. No, I have not like looked into that. I looked into it for 30 minutes, and I told myself if I did do it, it'll be to the point where these guys are actually up and running, so I can have some real a bandwidth to actually teach.
I often wonder why why come on YouTube, G. Like why that is. Why we need more. You got your business up and going. We need you showing. We need
Yeah.
you teaching. And outside of MPH, people need the game, need the
For
information.
sure, for sure, for sure. I agree. No, I 100% agree. I mean, like I said before we start recording, that it's scarce out here. Even in North Carolina, it's maybe 3 or 4 people that does it, and then if the class isn't filled up, or if this person don't like that person, then where you go next, right?
What would you say is the are there oh, Lady Chris is asking us about your SEO. Can you walk us through your SEO?
I have no idea. I just hired somebody to do
Lady
it. Literally.
Chris, what you want to know? Do you have a specific question? Lady Chris, do you want to come up? Because I can drop the link and you could come up
Yeah, that'd be
and
awesome.
we could talk through it. Let me see. Let me see.
From my home state. I'm originally from Georgia.
Oh yeah, Lady Chris
Yeah.
is in Georgia. What part of Georgia?
Near Augusta, Georgia.
Oh, okay. I just got a new student from Augusta, Georgia yesterday,
Oh,
Mr.
cool.
Gibbs.
Nice, nice.
Um, Atlanta, Georgia home inspectors. I like that question, Lady Chris. It is definitely time to lean into some more strategy. That's the other thing. Like the part that I really like about all of this is the business aspect
Yeah.
of it and making the business better. And I feel like a lot of home inspectors get so bogged down with just inspecting
Yep.
that they never really get a chance to audit their business. I do that. I talk to our alumni about that every year. We need to audit this thing. We need to look at what we did, what we didn't do, what worked well, what didn't work so well, things that we can take away, things that we
Mhm.
can add. I like how you are able to quickly reference your numbers and the data tells the story. This is not about emotions and feel good. It's like, what is the data showing? If, 9 out of 10 of your customers are getting sewer scoping, then I know I better darn sure will have sewer scoping available. You know what I mean? And I could set my budgets and marketing budgets. That's another thing that home inspectors don't do well is marketing.
Yep.
I don't even really follow a lot of inspectors. I'm not even gonna lie because it'd be so boring and it's just like a snooze fest. Like home
Mhm.
inspectors, they want to get on there busting down a water heater. And it's like the general public don't care about that. That is not what's going to get people, to book you. It's important to demonstrate your knowledge, but it is just boring. The use of social media by inspectors is very poor, in my opinion, across the board. And those are the things that I feel like again they work so much in the business that they don't step out and look how to work on the
Yeah.
business and make it grow and scale.
That's a good point. Matter of fact, what I've been doing lately, because like I
Let me
said,
look at your page, Preston. Is your page more?
what's my Instagram?
Yeah.
It's sure ain't active. So
You're not
you
active.
might be talking about me. Yeah, I was like, okay, let me shut my mouth for a second. No, it's good information. But I agree with you. You need more than just boring inspection stuff. Sometimes you need stuff that people can relate to. You need to have people who can look at you and be like, I like this person. I know this person. I trust them. So that they know you, like you, trust you situation. That's important when it comes to real estate, especially when it comes to your business. Um, no, I think it's 100% accurate, and I know you're scrolling at it right now and looking at it, and I apologize. No.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, no, we try.
What I do is I give people 9 boxes. I'll give you the first 9 boxes. I'm not about to be going back to
That's
that.
it.
So I give you nine. So whatever, however you want to make me feel, you better make me feel
Yeah,
first 9 boxes. And I
that's
like
good.
I can see you clearly. I like that. That's good. I know exactly who I'm dealing with and who I'm talking about. And then when you are like this gasly, this is not just being like you're actually showing and talking like that's something that somebody would care about. You know what I mean? It's not
Right.
like so tech because what it is his ego because most home inspectors are white men, their egos are out of this world and they just want to show that they know so much and they're gonna break it down to you and da 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 and not knowing that nobody cares. We're not like
100%. Yeah,
uh I like
that's
that.
good.
But
That's good.
I do think that we should like be hearing from you a lot more though.
Definitely, let's do it.
On your on
Uh,
your on your page. Like we should be like hearing like it's 2026. We need to see you. We need to hear from you constantly.
got you. Definitely gonna work on that for sure. I wanted to go back on the part about working on your business. So you talked about you guys do a 1 year assessment of your business and whatnot.
Mhm.
Um, so what we do is I actually block out after a morning weekly to actually work on my business. So even if it's early morning and I just go into the inspection later, because if you can do something that's going to cost you more than $720 for your business, then why not take that couple of hours and say, okay, let's get this 725 times five by means of scaling my business with this work that I need to work on. So when you start working on your business and seeing things like you mentioned, like Kristen mentioned about website maintenance and reviews and how to automate that stuff, that's going to help you better than actually that inspection. That one inspection is just fool's gold when it comes to like the big picture. I recommend like take a couple hours out in a week, and even if you're busy, it might hurt, but just take a couple hours out and then actually work on your business. And you'll see the growth like the next month automatically.
I think one thing, the most important, I won't say most, but one of the top things that you can do for SEO is your Google business profile,
That
because what we do is so localized. Um, you have to show up on there because people are going to search. They're going to say Atlanta home inspector, Charlotte home inspector, Cleveland home inspector. And if you have your Google business profile set up and optimized and connect that to the report writing platform whose name I don't speak, then you can have your reviews show up and all of that. That's one of the main things. And a lot of people, Lady Chris, do you let me look? Does Telford Property Solutions show up on Google? Everybody needs to set up your Google business profile right now. Keep it updated with your hours, your contact information, photos, services. You can post there. Again, you can stack your reviews up there. This is serving your um local community. When somebody in your area, be it a realtor, somebody buying a home or whatever the case may be, is looking for an inspector in your area, the Google business profile is one of the first and easiest ways
yeah,
for them to find you.
I agree. No, so speaking of that, yeah, you guys ever heard of, like local business ads? So that's part of Google as well, the local ad services. Um,
Mhm.
if you can work on trying to build your profile with that too, like they're going to vet you for your license. I think they're going to ask for your insurance, but you can build a profile around that. Most people don't know about that in the city, so you'll probably be up there quicker. Anyways, it's a paid situation, but it's a lot less expensive than actually trying to do it other ways.
Uh Okay, yeah, Lady Chris. I might do a video on that for us. Everybody, we all need to have our Google business profile. And then the other thing is on your website having key I'm gonna hire somebody. You don't need to hire nobody to do your Google business profile, lady, because you can literally do that on your phone. You don't need nobody to do that. But on your website, Naomi, our tech person, help us with the SEO. Naomi, I know one thing that helped me with some other websites that I was dealing with is the keywords. The words that you use on the website are so important. And that's why I don't like those cookie cutter websites that you can buy from those different places, because a lot of the copy is the same across those websites. So using keywords, again, those local keywords is also what helps you rank. So when somebody is searching, instead of you being on page 10, then you work your way up to page 1. What's up, Troy? I don't know how Troy found my phone number, but Troy called me the other day. He called me in a good mood. I answered the phone. We had a really nice conversation, Troy. It was so nice to talk to you. I don't know how you found my number, but that was a nice one. Uh,
Another point with that, keywords. So of course, hey, inspector near Charlotte or things like that, the best inspector in the world, whatever you want to put it. But no, don't underestimate also especially when you're doing your Google GMB, like minority owned businesses or women owned businesses. I don't know how many times I got a client that came to to the house, the home inspection, and I'm like, how do you find out about this? Oh, I just typed in minority home no home inspections and you popped up. Like, so a lot of people kind of steer away from putting it in there, but it does help if you depending on what kind of business you want. And so definitely don't scale back on like putting a lot of keywords and different kind of diversity in there as well.
And also, you mentioned something good, being listed in directories. So all of those, your chamber of commerce and local organizations, local brokerages, anytime your business is listed in one of those directories, again, that is increasing the likelihood of you coming up in a search. You shot your favorite AI to evaluate your website, and that's a good point.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man,
Use
AI is
AI
a game changer.
to create the website as well with the SEO for your local market in mind.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a game changer. That's actually how I'm starting to build my company up a little bit more, is using AI. Like I talk
yeah,
to them like all the time. So yeah,
yeah.
hey, I got this problem. This guy he's training good, but he's kind of lacking on this portion of it. How do I increase this? And whatnot. And it tells you, hey, here's the game plan. Go ahead and do a 90-day program with this list here with the person. So don't underestimate like AI, especially like cloud, chat GPT. If you're building your company, I don't know if you guys heard of Manus.
No, not heard of
Yeah,
that.
so Venice is they Meta bought it like for $2 billion like a couple months ago. But it's a game changer as well because you can create presentations because you do want to go in the offices sometimes and talk to people. You can create advertisement, branding things. It's way better than just like the simple ChatGPT graphics.
Yeah, so talk about that though. So you go to office, you be buying the realtors, Chick-fil-A and donuts and stuff.
Somewhat, we do that a little bit. Yeah, yeah, no, just for the little 5 minutes, right? No. So what makes us different though is we actually give them value. Like we actually give them, okay, we're not gonna say, here's a cast iron pipe. Inside is corrosion. You don't want that. No, we give them something to actually build their business. Cause like I said, it's super important to like have these individuals to know you, like you, and trust you. If you can give them information that's gonna help them make money, then yeah, do that. Don't just go in there just saying that I'm a good home inspector, I'm trusted, I do good, I don't scare people away. Everybody say that, right? So just
So you
go the
feel
other
like
route.
you get a return off of that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like the same day. Like, get
Mhm.
like 2 or 3 inspections. So go that route where is that you actually giving them value. If you're gonna go in the offices, if you're gonna put your time there, give them something that they're gonna learn from, and that they're like, oh, I owe you something because you gave me so much information.
What would you say? Like, what advice would you give to somebody that is new, starting out, trying to get their education, pass their tests, got licensed, fresh, starting in business? What advice would you give to them?
Um, well, I told myself when I first started was I'm gonna fake it until I make it. So literally, I just made myself look like a person that was very important to people. So I created the brand, I created the logos, like you said, the website. I
Mhm.
wrapped my car real quick, or put at first I had a sticker or the magnet, whatever it was. But I made it look like I'm super important. When I went to events and whatnot, or met somebody, I'm asking them, "You never heard of us? Like you never worked with us? Like why do you? Why? How dare you not work with us?" So they like that kind of stuff. Like now they're interested in knowing who you are and what you have. But not only that, but you do have to make sure that you have something that's worth it. So, like I said, you don't want to say, "Oh, no, I'm the best home inspector. I don't kill deals," but you want to say something like, "Hey, I got warranties that comes with my inspections, or I have something that some kind of guarantee that actually helps you in your transaction, or I send the reports in 1 day comparing to the standards. Something like that will actually make you stand out and comparing to like just saying the same cliche stuff that everybody will say to them.
Do you feel like there are a lot of inspectors in your area? Do you feel like there's a lot of competition?
For sure. Yeah, no, it's a lot. And I mean, I feel like last 2 years it slowed down. It's a gaslight 'em. Yeah, last 2 years, it has slowed down with the inspection process. But I think a lot of people were just like so used to like the instant gratification of things. Whereas like if I can't pass the test in these 3 months, then I quit. Like I'm going somewhere else and whatnot. So I feel like that's what's causing it to slow down more than actually like you know growing. So no, I feel like it's some not competition, but it's a lot of individuals over here. But it's not meaning that's trying to build firms. Um, a lot of them are single people who they work hard, but then they realize that they didn't save money for the winter time, and now they ain't got no business. They're looking and asking someone for can they hire, and then March comes and like, oh, never mind, I'm gonna keep working, and then come back in winter again. So like you mentioned, if you need marketing, then how you're not gonna grow your business.
How do
So
you navigate that the slow season? How do you handle slow season?
keep marketing. So just keep marketing, keep being in people's faces, um, keep putting stuff on your stories. Even if you have a lot of videos that you already recorded, or pictures that you already had that probably looks interesting, or if it's just you're out and about going to an open house and say, hey, I met this realtor here. Just be in their face. So that helps a lot. And once you're in their face, then you got no choice. But secondly, I do up my SEOs at that point. So I do up my Google and whatnot. It sounds counterintuitive because you're about to be broke, but at the same time, if you know something is working, whereas if you turn it on and it's actually bringing you more money, then why not do it that way? It's either going to be that or you're going to sink. So
Naomi just asked a good question. I didn't even know you paid for that. Why did you become a certified master inspector? What has that provided for you?
like I said, I'm gaslighting people, so that's why oh, I'm a certified master inspector. I mean, right now, in my part, I wouldn't advise everybody to do that. Like, yeah, it's $100, and you really
It's
just
$100. That's
I
it.
think it's 100, yeah. No, I mean like I think like 1,300, like the whole thing, yeah. But it's like if you break it down, it's like $100 a month or something like that.
Mm.
But no, it looks good, right? You're like, okay, you're hiring a certified master inspector. In the future, I'm going to get to the point where my inspectors, they're going to be certified professional inspectors, where I'm a certified master inspector. And if you want my business or you want me to do an inspection, then you're going to have to pay me a little bit more money because I'm a higher rank as far as the business goes. So
I disagree with that, Preston. I ain't gonna
you
lie to you.
you like that?
I think that designation is hogwash. It's just a
Yeah.
money grab. It means absolutely nothing.
Really.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, I love it. I'm here for it.
Um I don't yeah. I especially with who issues it,
Right.
it's just a money grab. It's just another way to get money from you. And I think that you demonstrate, first of all, I don't like this whole master thing. That's why we went away from master
Yeah,
bedroom
you're
and
right
all
about
that
that.
stuff. So I don't even like that language. But your the how much of a subject matter expert you are, how good you are, is demonstrated in your interactions with your clients, in your inspections, in your reporting. And I don't think you need if there was something that you had to actually like really do, to clearly designate, any Joe Schmo could pay $1,300 and now they're a certified master. Is like, I don't like that concept.
Love that. Hey, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love the
That's a
opinion.
good question, Naomi. I didn't realize that. Where do you have that at?
It must be on
Is
the
that on
website.
your IG or something?
Definitely on the website, on the bottom website.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
certified. Okay, yeah. I
yeah.
see. I see. Um, that's a good question, Naomi. I, I
No,
I
definitely.
feel like there's a lot of I used to see a lot of discussion about that in the home inspector groups. I didn't even know they were still doing it because people used to
Oh
be
yeah.
kicking their back end
Yeah.
about that, about
Right.
that whole
Right.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's so odd that a company that in my opinion, doesn't provide a high level or high quality education would be offering some type of master level, you know what I mean, designation.
Mm,
Like I don't even properly educate a regular inspector, more or less talking about somebody is a master inspector because they've given you $1,300. Now you want to talk about gaslighting. Like that, yeah, like y'all are playing in our face, I
yeah,
feel.
facts.
Website, Google. Oh, okay, okay,
That's
okay.
what you're trying to.
I
Yeah.
don't know. So what do you feel? Do you feel like that gets you more business? Do you feel like people like
Matter of fact, when you speak about it, I've just got that like maybe 3 or 4 months ago. So I don't
mhm.
know. It looks good on paper, for some people and whatnot. So I don't. I haven't seen. I haven't tracked it to be honest.
I
Uh,
wouldn't have needed that. Like if I'm just looking at your stuff, like
right.
honestly, just and I didn't know, like I wouldn't. That wouldn't.
It won't bring you in there.
Mhm. I would like what I saw you do appear professional. Like you already give like okay, he's serious about this. I don't even know what that means. Like certified master. Okay, so what that mean? You're not a disrespect, you a master inspector. It's like, so
Yeah.
I especially since again in our business is so heavily referral based, your the people that your realtors are referring, they don't care if you or have that designate. They're going with you because they realtor told them to. And when
Right.
they came to look at your stuff, it lined up with whatever your realtor, said about you.
That's facts. That's facts. For sure. For sure. Definitely.
Um, yeah, that's a good question, Naomi.
Definitely.
Any other questions? This
Yeah, I'm
is
open for
also
it.
good though because again, it just shows you like we were talking about. This is why I always tell you guys that I want you to be exposed to other people because everybody got a different feeling, a different philosophy, a different strategy, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's important to be exposed to a lot of different things. There are some inspectors we would talk to, they don't even have websites and all that kind of. They don't do it like that, and we would say, "Oh, you need this," and it's like we all that's one of the perks of this business is that you are an independent business owner and you can do it however you see fit,
Mhm.
and again, there's no right or wrong way to do it. And what I always do, my mom taught me to eat the meat and spit the bones, so with everybody I can find something. It's like, oh, I like that. Oh, I think that's cool. Oh, I think that would be helpful. Or hell no, I'm not doing that. Or no, it doesn't fit with me. It doesn't align with me. I am more I don't even know a word to describe it, but I tend to go opposite of you know what everybody else is doing, and I'm okay with that, but other people may not feel that way. They may want to be, ingratiate themselves more with certain things. And again, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Try it, test it, analyze it, and move forward. Can we stay
Exactly.
in contact? How do the people
Absolutely.
reach you?
I'm always open for it. I love giving advice. I like especially especially out of my city. But I love it even more
Wait,
so.
hold on. No, 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 no. Don't skip over that, President. You one of them gatekeepers?
Not really.
New
It
people coming
depends. No,
competition?
because I'm gonna tell you why. There's some individuals who in my city that will like they take your information, but they sabotage you after that. So they'll say, "Oh, you don't want Preston because of this." They'll take the information, like you said, they chew it up and they spit it out and just leave you with the good advice that you gave them. And then they're like, "Okay, I got this quality here. You want Preston because Preston do this. Preston even his name he got master in his certification. You don't want that neither. so so that's the only reason.
Dang.
I got mentees inside of Charlotte too. So I got a lot of young ones. Matter of fact, I got one good dude that actually grown his business and I helped him like navigate through hiring and actually learning his stuff too. So that's not the case. More so I do like pouring into people and I shouldn't say that, but I do like pouring into people outside of the city because I do have people who actually take advantage of it. So
Wow, that's
yeah.
unfortunate. So, tell them your IG and how they can
Yeah.
contact you and all
So
that.
it's MPH inspect. So like miles per hour inspect. Matter of fact, it's right here. Um
Is that what it's? Oh no, it stands for Mahogany. Where did that
yeah,
come?
mahogany premium home inspections. So actually my wife made it up. I was looking for a title of a company that sounds good and that sounds premium and that was made off of wood because wood is, in houses. And then we looked up mahogany, and mahogany was like a premium wood. It's solid. Is I hate to say it's affordable, cause, but it's somewhat affordable. But at the same time, it's just sturdy wood that stand the test of time and whatnot. So I feel like that's how our company is, and that's what I wanted it to be the whole time when I started the company. Is I wanted something that's firm, that's going to stand the test of time, despite the economic situations. We'll be able to make it through it. So that's where we came from. Came about with it.
Okay, I got one more question. Have you ever thought about or considered, or do you have any other or ICC designations, certifications?
I've been looking into that. After the last call that we first met, and whatnot, I listened to you and I was looking into that, but I haven't. That's going to be after I train these guys to actually sit down and do some more studying. But I have been looking into it for sure.
Cool. Okay, so y'all, let me see. I'm gonna drop the link in the. Is there any other contact information?
I mean, if you put NPH in spec and you do Instagram, hit me up, ask me some questions, and if you want to hit me up on the phone call, I'm open for phone calls too. I walk around with my headphones. If it's emergency or anything, just hit me up. I'm open for it. So I mean, if you want to send a text message, I can do that too. I don't know how many people in this group chat, but I don't want it to blow up.
Yeah, no, don't, because it's on
No,
YouTube.
yeah, no, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, hit me up on Instagram, and then usually I'll respond same day, same time.
Okay, so yeah, see, you have your Google business profile looks good.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, let me drop the. Any other questions? This is good. This is good info.
This is really good stuff. It's exciting to see everybody in their journey and whatnot. And I mean, as in students, it's important to keep the course. Always remember why you're doing it for, why you started the course in the first place. This is going to be a journey as far as the first year. It could be a journey. It may not be a journey. Some
It's
people
gonna be
start
a
off
journey.
popping off.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a journey. So don't plan on not quitting.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know my teacher told me, "Hey, get graduated. How many inspections you want?" I was like, "Oh, I want 5 inspections a week." Oh, that's easy. That's easy. Just
Yeah.
graduate, get that thing, and you're gonna get 5 inspections a week. I got that in the year 3, so year 2 or something like that. So
Hmm.
don't think it's not going to be a journey, but what you're building, you build the foundations first, and then after before you know it, you'll be where you want to be, and as far as your business or as far as the person you want to be for even a company, you'll be the top inspector or lead inspector for whoever you want to work for too.
That's a fact. Um, a couple announcements for the alumni. Remember, the graduation RSVPs will be coming out. I'm expecting to see everybody in Cleveland this June. You may or may not have gotten the message, but IF10 will be my last class. So if you are planning on taking the refresher, you had best get in because this will be the last one. I have the legendary IF10. If you need help with the payment plan situation, email Tiff. We're gonna make it work because this is the last class. So any alumni, spread the word. Any alumni that want to be in a refresher, make sure you get in. This is the last hoorah. Um, and also the referrals. I think that ends this week or something like that. But if you have somebody who you want to refer, uh, what do you mean? Not Nicole saying, "Oh no, Nicole, that don't even sound like you." Oh no. We'll talk more about it. We'll talk more about it in the clubhouse. But yeah, just govern yourself accordingly if you need to get through the refresher. I will leave this video up here on YouTube and I'll post a link in school so that you can go back and catch it from the beginning. We had some good conversation around pricing. I think that was a huge gem because a lot of inspectors, especially newer ones, need to know and sort of understand the pricing and how to get that average up. You can't, you know, you want to be at least $500 in inspection. And so there are some things that you can do, some ways that you can be strategic to increase that ancillary services, packaging, bundling, marketing, all of that kind of stuff to make sure that every time you walk in a house, you walk out with no less than $500. So are there any other questions? Make sure you hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button right now. Hit it. Y'all come to my page, listen, get all this good game, and don't even hit the like button. All hearts and minds are clear. No más preguntas. Okay, looks like we're good. All right, Preston, my brother, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Enjoyed the conversation. I'll be in touch so we can follow up on that. Again, make sure y'all follow him. Connect. Don't just follow either. Actually, like talk, connect. Okay?
Let's
Until
do it.
next time. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks. You opened up the chat to everybody. I did, Philip. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you hit the like button. Um, yeah. Um, I gotta hold up 1 second for my alumni. 1 second, I'll show y'all something. Oh yes. Who is this calling me? Ladies and gentlemen, there is a hard copy of the study guide. I have been working. Hold up, this is my grandma. Hey, grandma. Good. How you doing? No, I'm in the middle. I'm finishing up a training with the alumni. Can I call you back in a minute? Okay, love you. Bye. Um, I've been working on this to get it right, to get it. You start building. Yo, man, leave me alone. Um, no, I just can't. I'll tell y'all about it. We ain't gonna get it out. We in front of people. We got company right now, Viv. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. But the study guide. So all my alumni, I got a couple more edits, but I'm gonna make this available to you for just the cost of the shipping. Those of you who, of course, who you already got, if you got the digital version, I'm gonna mail you a copy for just the shipping. For everybody else, the physical copy will be available later on this year. I'm working on one for the ICC as well. I actually made a good connection. I think I told y'all this with somebody in ICC when they had the conference in Cleveland. What that was last year, last summer. So I got an ICC one coming as well. The hotel project is taking up a lot of my time, but more than anything, I am the cohort model is just is hard to maintain. CT need to talk. What you need to talk about, Philip? What do you need to talk about? So yeah, that's what's going on. But you know how we rock. This Inspector Flow faux L. So we'll always have our little, means of communication. You guys will always be like the most important part of all of this for me. Like I did 5 years, 10 classes, over 100 people, 19 different states. That is like, this is one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. And, all of you were a part of that. It's going to be legendary. We will go on to service thousands more students, but the 10 live classes that I did, you guys will be legendary forever. So that's that. Philip, I'm about to sign off. What you got? Hurry up, ask me the question before I leave. Alumni, I will be getting in contact with y'all. Make sure y'all need to get y'all plane tickets June 26th through the 28th. One last hurrah in the land. Y'all need to make sure, you know, you in the building. You understand. No, by the grace of God. By the grace of God. It's been difficult too now, don't get me wrong. But all glory to God for giving me the strength to be able to have done this. It is like one of my greatest accomplishments and one of my greatest honors. It's like, especially in this world right now, like when people trust you with their time and their education and stuff like that, that's important. You know what I mean? And I like I always tell you, I take that very seriously. And y'all have seen me. Oh, Viv, you already know. Viv, you already know. Viv, you better get you the whole weekend, Viv. I know how you like to pull up and then, you know what I mean? No, the whole weekend, Viv. Yeah, it's going down. So yeah, it's bittersweet, but things you gotta always remember. I'm practicing what I preach, auditing things, changing, rearranging, improving, upgrading, different seasons. And, I am about to, yeah, we just got things going. How to get the digital copy is available. Philip, didn't you email me? The digital copy of the study guide is available now. The hard copy won't be available until later on this year. Alumni, y'all probably will be able to get y'all a copy at graduation. I'll probably make sure I have some copies. Child, please. This has been y'all talking about write a textbook. Whew. We shall see. Okay. All hearts and minds are clear. I love y'all. Alumni, I'll talk to you soon. Everybody else, I see you when I see you.